Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy Fallen Zoro. You can call me, my name's Zoroark, but if you guys feel the need, you can call me Zoro if it's easier. But today we are going to be doing an emblem tutorial video. This is the new Fallen 2.0 emblem that I've created myself with my own kind of technique, and I know some of you guys probably want to do it so that you can have it in kill cams and stuff for trick shots and stuff like that. So if you guys just follow along with this video, I will be able to show you how to do this. So what I did was basically, let me just make another one so that I can show you guys. Okay, so the step one would be you have to get just any shape basically and make it full, and then you can kind of put whatever background you want. In this case, I'm going to do black. And then you want to get a straight square shape. So you want to get this one. And then depending on how big you want your emblem to be, so if I want it smaller, I'm going to start like this. If I want it bigger, I want to start like this. You can't scale it down after you make it. So I would highly recommend making sure you know what size square you want. So what you want to do is, I want a pretty medium-sized emblem, so I'm going to keep it probably right there. And for the purposes of the tutorial, the emblem will be white, and then you can change. I'll show you how to change the color at the end, but I'm just going to keep it white for right now. So you have your baseline, and then now you're going to get, basically, you have two lines on the regular emblem, so you want to go and get your rectangle, and you basically want to dye this one black, or whatever your background is, you want to dye it that color, because you need to have it that color, otherwise it won't work. So basically you want to go into, as you can see, I'm switching between fixed scale and free scale. You want to make sure that says free scale, because that way you can move this and stuff. So the idea of this is you're going to want to create a long line like this. And so you kind of just have to eyeball it, but for the most part, generally about right there. And then you can copy and paste this one again. And then you can either just do that, or if you want it to be more accurate, you can make it just a little bit more skinnier like I do. And you can just basically go and do it just like that. Now, sometimes I want to be very, very perfect on this front, so I want to be just like that because I want to make it as good looking as possible. So the next thing is you want to get a square, and you want to dye this one black as well. Because obviously with this shape you're literally just carving it out, because obviously it started white, but right now I'm just carving it out. So this one, you don't want to do this because this is way too based on our logo, this is not accurate. So I would recommend kind of dialing it back to probably there, and that's pretty good right like that. So then the next part would be, it's kind of up to you what way you want to do things. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm actually going to carve out the bottom next. So you want to get another square. And these all need to be straight squares too. They cannot be the rounded ones, otherwise it doesn't work as well. So you have to get this. And so you would basically just kind of finagle it so that it looks as clean as you want it to be. So, I'm sorry guys, I actually have to pull up my logo to pull up the logo to make sure I'm following it correctly. Okay, yeah, so you basically want to make sure that this is basically like that, I would say. Or pretty close to that, anyway. So get as close to that as possible. Oh, no, I'm sorry. At the bottom here, you're supposed to have a little bit of room like that. So that's how it should be, right there. So, I'm probably going to do this. You know what, I'm actually going to move these up more, because I think I've moved these too low. Yeah, so we're going to do that, because that actually looks better right there. So everything else is fine, just kind of, it kind of takes practice, but once you get to knowing some of the basics with emblem creating, it's not that difficult. But so now that we have that baseline, we're going to go and we're going to get a triangle. So I don't think it matters what triangle, but I always use the sharp one because it's a lot better than the rounded one. So basically you want to make it really big, and you basically just want to make sure that in that, you see those two bottom left lines, how they're parallel. You don't want this, because then it's not parallel, and you don't want this because then that just looks weird. So you got to make sure that and the bottom part is actually thicker than the top part, so I just kind of make it like a right angle, and I just kind of move it around to see where I want it. And for the most part, you kind of eyeball this part. I think I'm gonna say right there is pretty good. Or for the most part. I mean, obviously you can mess with this part a lot, but I'm kind of getting as close to it as possible. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I actually have to make this smaller a little bit. And I just realized this is not parallel. Now it's parallel. Okay, so now that you have that, you can move on. So the next thing you need, we're almost done. And actually this one, yeah, we're going to move it there, because that way we have a little bit more walking room. So then we're going to grab the circles, and we're going to dye the circles the background color. And then these circles actually end up being really big, because you have to, you're basically carving out the edge so that it looks really nice. So this part will take a little bit to kind of figure out what you need. I'm going to say right there is pretty good. You can copy and paste that one. And then you can do the same thing the other side. This one is not as major as that one is. So I'm going to say, like, that's pretty good. And then at this point, you can change the color to whatever you want. You can change it to blue, to green, kind of basically whatever you want. And so then you can put your name under it and just kind of make it your own. But that is how you create it, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to absolutely annihilate that like button. I was making this emblem, and I was walking, and I know some of you guys wanted to make it, so I did make it for you guys. And if you guys do want to make this, you know, make sure to comment in the comment section if you want to make it into Fallen. There should be probably RCs coming up within the next years to come, so make sure to be up for that. And I will see all you guys in the next video. Peace.